moment. Siege tanks going down, marines, plenty of marines here to try and defend off these mutalisks. But SjoW is now on 4 bases and has a pretty scary composition of banelings and mutalisks and zerglings. Oh, a nicely placed missile turret here just to stop what are they called again? Mutalisks from just flying over. Don't know where this siege tank is going. He's going to try and block off this choke, and that will force this overlord to move, stopping him getting the scouting. But here come the mutalisks down the right hand side of the map. There is a turret there. There is 2 turrets, 3 turrets there, but that might not be enough. But these marines are here to try and clean that up, and these marines here maybe trying to catch off the mutalisks. But they are not really being contested, although these marines are finally coming in. Stimming just at the last second, perfect stim timing. Although not quite getting them. Will these marines manage to get them as they fly over here? This could be some really nice play. Yes, they will. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the mutalisks down. Fantastic placement there by SjoW, killing off some overlords, but SjoW has it covered. Here we have a are they gonna? Yes, they are. These zerglings are running in for the kill. Can they? They won't quite get the surround. Can SjoW make it back to his siege tank defensive line in time? Yes, he will, only losing a few marines. So, we have some infestors on the way, and infestor on the way. Zerg attacks level, flyer attacks level 2 is just going down. Still not many upgrades for SjoW. I think if he got some upgrades, he'd really be in a better position here, because that +1 is not going to compete with Mutalisks +2 for very long, especially if he keeps upgrading as he is, although the Medivacs will certainly help keep them alive. A large amount of marines here being produced along with siege tanks, and a Thor going down, especially useful against those Mutalisks, splitting these marines up, making sure that they're used as squads, being able to micro them easily. A sensor tower going up here, sorry, so we can see any attacks coming from either side of this kind of gorge. These queens are just laying some creep, He could probably snipe those queens, but I don't know whether he knows they're there. Although he is moving out now. Now he knows it's there. Gonna kill off that queen. The mutalisks though, the mutalisks will run over, quite a lot of them going down, taking out some of these creep tumors. Infestors though are on the way, massive fungal growth. But these medivacs are, they all go down. That was like a epic growth, epic fungal growth. So these siege tanks are slightly out of position. One of them going down, but these marines are pretty much on it. Another one going down as well. Some nice micro there by SjoW. A big ball of banelingy, zerglingy killer things there. These siege tanks are just going to deny this. Well, not deny it, it's already there, but kill off this third again. Although this massive just ball of zerglings and banelings just streaming in now, going to take out all of these tanks and all of these marines with that fungal growth as well, ripping through that Terran army as if it was mere toilet paper. That was a massive attack there. Let's have a look at the units lost tab. Still pretty even though, in fact. Those infested Terran, look at them. What are they? But these zerglings are, they've already been seen, so the Terran actually beating him to destroying those rocks. We have 16 mutants on the field along with 2 banelings, 7 roaches, to 24 marines, 3 siege tanks, and 2 Thors. Those Thors will make short work of those mutalisks. Burrow is being researched, and finally +2 and concussive shell being researched for SjoW. Oh, those infested Terran, don't you just hate them? And this is a barrack, very well placed barracks there, just blocking off that choke point, giving them that extra warning, stopping things from coming out on the back, where that overlord as seeing it, and SjoW's 4th base going down now in this big looking mech and marine army here. Great Aspire, however, is going down, and unfortunately, if he manages to get some Broodlords down, that will rip through this army. Broodlings just annihilate siege tanks. Although those mutalisks are going to deny that expansion. Hopefully he cancelled. I just want to see whether he did, but I'm hoping that he did. That turret is going down, managing to save the SCV. SjoW is really being kept on his toes by these mutalisks, but he's managing to fend off pretty well on that Thor will. Just chill. You'll keep that going. Just again, killing off creep tumors. It's definitely worth doing if you feel like you can. But definitely not worth doing if it's going to end up with your marines out of position. That infestor is being sniped by the siege tank. That's 2 infestors down from that siege tank. Fantastic. Although it will now die. But it lived a short and prosperous life, killing off 2 infestors. This Thor will have to be completely on its guard, but it will not manage to. Far too many mutalisks just overwhelm this, killing off a few of these Marines coming in to save the day. SjoW being incredibly pesky, really denying this expansion for SjoW. He's not letting him get it down at all. Finally trying to put it down again. SjoW is now, SjoW is now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases to the 3 base Terran. Although, that just keeps denying that expansion, he will not let him have it. There you go, Broodlords are on the way now, which could cause, could be devastating for this army composition. Such good fungal growths here. Hopefully all of those Marines to die, and all of those Marines fungal growth, killing off all of the Marines, except a few that managed to go back here. And here comes the Broodlord, these Broodlings just doing crazy amounts of damage to these siege tanks. 24 damage with those Broodlings. So SjoW is really on the backhand at the moment. I mean, you can just tell by the supply counts, 137 to 191. SjoW basically maxed out, making more Corruptors turn into Broodlords and more Infestors. Some Vikings only just coming out by SjoW, and I'm not sure whether that will be enough. 2 Vikings there, another 2 on the way. These Marines doing their duty for Dominion, keeping hold of that. And what's going on over here? We have some Mutalisks just intercepting those SCVs. Not a nice play against SjoW here. Is this a drop going on? These Marines do not know where they are going. Accidentally rallied them all to that. Medivac going to try and drop this expansion. May be very successful, although these spine crawlers are there. He's going to avoid them. He's going to kill off quite a few drones here. Though these Mutalisks are coming in again. There is some Marines and Thors, but not enough to try and deal with this. This drop here being incredibly successful. These Infestors coming to clean up with a Baneling, just killing that off. These Mutalisks, some nice Medivac play with that Thor. These SCVs streaming in, long range mining now. I mean, both of these bases, well, that one is entirely mined out. That one is also entirely mined, almost entirely mined out. SjoW really needs to get these expansion timings, you know, really on the ball to make sure that he's not mining out his bases like he is at the moment. A bunker going down there only just to try and deal with these pesky Mutalisks, these super speed Zerglings that I can barely keep up with. I'm running down here now. A drop here. Well, that's not going to prove very successful, unfortunately. I want to get that Queen out of there. The Medivac is not going to succeed. But this huge mech army. Oh, the fungal growth just gets all the Vikings. Docking their health quite substantially, but there's a nice setup here by SjoW, preventing things from coming from either side. These Vikings do not want to get taken out, though they are vital against the Broodlords, but these Marines on the floor can take out the Queen. We have a huge ball of death over here. Banelings, Mutas, Infestors, and Zerglings. Dropping some Infested Terran onto the lower ground, once again to try and take out these SCVs, which are long-range mining. Taking out this expansion, unfortunately for SjoW, a lot of lava there. He might want to utilise them pretty quick, but I don't think he'll be able to. He's reasonable. No, he's not that low on resources. Here come the Corruptors, not being turned into Broodlords, thankfully, which will be taken out by the Thor. Some more Vikings on the way and some more Thors on the way. Very important for this quite air-heavy army. There's a Broodlord there. Have to take that out quick, which he is doing, targeting with the Vikings. These siege tanks getting reasonably damaged by the Banelings, but not. Oh no! Then they do get massively damaged by the Banelings. I'm sorry, I didn't see the rest of them. And a huge amount of Broodlords on the field now. The SjoW really has to pull this one out of the bag because these Broodlings will just rip through these tech units. Although he is dealing with these reasonably well. The Vikings doing their job from behind. No, don't shoot the Overlord, shoot the Broodlord! These SCVs, just long-range mining still, could really do with getting an expansion up there. But that bunker's going to go down. Got to get those SCVs out of there. But he might not be able to. There's a Marine there, some siege tanks there. Coming down to try and deal with this. These Infestors just proving so useful, just continuously killing off any number of Marines that he has. Is this Thor going to survive? He is not going to survive. This Thor being dropped down and lifted straight back up again. Although that is also going down. This Planetary Forge is doing its job. Plenty of siege tanks here to try and fend off any attack from this way. And SjoW has managed to hold that off, although he's not in a great position. If we just have a look at the actual units here, he has 21 Marines, 2 siege tanks, and 3 Vikings versus 4 Corruptors, a Baneling, 6 Roaches, a Broodlord, 8 Infestors. You know, he's really not in the position he wants to be right now. these infestors just making their way up here, really defending this base. Which SjoW, did do some serious damage to, but if we just look at the kind of economy, so we've got 6 Broodlords now coming out, 69 drones, 37 SCVs, a huge economic advantage. And once again, these fungal growths are destroying these marines, and these siege tanks also going down. If we look at the economy tab, which I do not know where it is, income tab, there we go, look at that huge advantage from SjoW. These marines have just got to run away, taking on howitzers to 37. These roaches will clean this up. So another millions and millions of Broodlords on the field. If we have a look how many there are 6 Broodlords. Going to do some serious damage, especially against the quite heavy mech play that we see SjoW going for. And again, this long-range mining, he's finding and trying to put an expansion down, but this Zergling is just denying it over and over and over again. Could do with getting his SCVs to kill that, but not sure whether he's actually looking at this right now. Trying to get the expansion to come down. Here we go. He's going to try and deal with this because he really needs this expansion up to try and give his economy any sort of hope of surviving. Because everywhere else is just completely mined out. These infestors just proving so useful. Still surviving with his life. Can just be proteined up by a queen. Come on, SCVs. Come on, SCVs. Come on, SCVs. Let the expansion land. You can do it. Just all these moving dots are just long range mining. There is actually two expansions, 2 bases coming over here, which I guess desperate times calls for desperate measures. He keeps denying them with his own units though, because both of these are almost entirely mined out. Why can't he land this? He can land it, there we go. I must have missed a burrowed thing. Just huge long range mining, a huge amount of idle SCVs. But here comes the devastating Broodlord army. Although they are slow, they are incredibly deadly. As I said, 24 damage now with this +2 range attack. The army looks very lackluster for SjoW compared to what he's about to be facing, and his army is completely out of position. This expansion is going to be denied again. Just dropping a few broodlings, really doing huge damage, and all these SCVs are going to have to evacuate the area, once again stalling SjoW's entire economy. He's moving over here to try and deal with this expansion, just trying to buy himself some time, but this is very well defended, and these siege tanks are going down. Here come the Zerglings just to clean up. I think this is pretty one-sided now, and yes, SjoW has no economy, and then GG's, and then /G, sorry. That was a very one-sided game, and that leaves this set 2-1 to SjoW. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like it. I'm trying to get as good as I can, really trying to improve, and I really appreciate you guys watching, or all 10 of you, or even less than that. But thank you very much. I'll see you next game.